This part. I'm about to rewind it, because hold the fuck on. Say it again?
Nah, but seriously though, on some G shit though, we gotta start teaching our kids though, just financial wealth and literacy and all that. That shit.
Okay. I don't care what the fuck he says after that no more. He said financial literacy and wealth. I don't care if he did some dumb nigga shit. He did some unk shit. Yeah, he used to do coke. I don't give a fuck what he used to do. The nigga said we need to teach the children financial literacy. Hold on, before I take that back. Hold on now.
Early, because by the time they get to ninth grade, they should be just learning how to start businesses and how to. But they don't really need to know how to read.
Okay. I take it back. But at least talk about that in detail. Don't just make it seem like he just said niggas can't count. If they don't know how to count, they don't matter. He said start businesses by ninth grade. I think that's equally as important. He's not lying about that. That's true. But once he said that shit, I ain't gonna lie. I want to argue that first, but I would have twitched a little bit. Like, nigga, what'd you just say? I'd have been like, nigga, what? Hold on, I want to hear the whole thing.
Respectfully, I'm not saying that in a way to be illiterate because you're not supposed to be illiterate, but you can. You know what I'm saying?
Reading or math?
Math. I think you can listen to it.
All right, no. You're trying to prove a point to be funny. Just because you can read and you can work for another man doesn't mean you shouldn't own a business. I don't like that. Because niggas do that shit all the time. They hear your point of view. They already created their own perspective of what you're saying. So they want to make you look dumb in front of other people instead of thinking. They don't know how to think more than one layer. I'm actually not liking this video more, and I'm probably going to show anybody that shits on him more, depending on how this goes. Because he talking on some multi-layered shit. And niggas not hearing it because they don't want to take risks and start businesses. But it's weird when a content creator does it because you're kind of creating your own business. So you're kind of a fucking weirdo for shitting on somebody. Although this is Revolt and Diddy owns it now. Keep it a buck. Diddy owns it, or he sold it now, or whatever the fuck went on recently in the last 6 to 8 months because of his whole big media thing. I'm not watching that fucking Diddy documentary weird shit that 50 Cent of all people made. I don't need to watch that shit. I know what Diddy did. Watching 50 Cent on it is weird. That nigga evil as hell. I fuck with his evil arrogance and his mentality, and some people deserve to have a return for forms of revenge. That's not in my spirit. I don't believe in that. I believe in right or wrong, like the Old Testament, though. I definitely believe in that. I believe an eye for an eye is well justified. I just don't believe in a well-documented smear piece on a nigga that you really don't like. I think that's really too much to delve into a nigga's interpersonal life and mentality and his family and his kids. Good or bad. It's just weird to me. Anyways.
A book on YouTube, you can still obtain the information. You don't have to know how to read. I'm reading and understanding. I believe common sense is better than everything. I'm a common sense nigga. I'd rather have zero book smarts and common sense, be able to read the room, be able to read life, be able to read people. I try to understand people, understand them.
No. You don't gotta agree with that. You definitely don't gotta agree with that. Ain't nothing to chastise. He talking about some flat out like I want to have social awareness of people, be able to read people better. I get what you're saying. You don't gotta be the most politically savvy, well written, well spoken person in a fucking room. I could use a high end vernacular with you niggas all day. It doesn't mean that I'm the smartest nigga. I could literally speak to you guys and change my entire vocabulary with every sentence, changing the level of the conversation, and you wouldn't understand shit I'm saying. I could do it to anybody. It doesn't make me smarter than you. I choose not to do so because it's impossible to talk to regular people anyway that don't read. They don't read the thesaurus. Don't read books regularly. You can't use certain vocabulary, people, in general. People don't even want to admit, even college scholars, they graduated college 5-10 years ago. They're not as smart as they after they graduate. Like they like to lie to people and say they are. They're not. That's another story for another day. I could talk to that same person with that level of vernacular and they wouldn't know what the fuck I'm talking about. That's why your verbiage does not determine your intelligence, just like your degree does not. And your licensing and all that shit. None of that determines your intelligence as a full person. And that's what he's trying to say. He's just not doing a good job at it. People chastise shit because he's a street nigga. He don't know how to properly verbiate, properly explain the difference between I'm a good man and I want to see children do well and create businesses, and their education shouldn't be stuck purely on being able to have a degree or additional licensing, the military, a college education. I understand what he's saying. He's just not saying it intellectually in an intellectual sense or a cohesive sense. So people are gonna chastise and shit on him for it. But I can meet any nigga uptown, downtown, in my own area, have the same conversation, and make him make sense in 5 seconds. He's not stupid. He's just not able to properly explain what he means. So I'm actually more pissed off about it a little bit more that I watched this, even though it's a short minute clip of it. And the fact people trying to clown him for it is kind of weird. I'm not going to watch a whole 2-hour pod. I think it's funny that I only watched this for a minute, and it's been maybe what? See, I might clip this. This might be something I actually put on one of my videos. But as an understanding that people kind of will lie about you in pieces, they hear a part of what you say and create another narrative. I've only watched this for a minute, and probably on a streaming time prime, maybe what, 5-10 minutes. I could tell you in that time frame, I decided that even though I was wrong in my initial opinion, and I thought that he said some funny shit, and I joked about it. My opinion instantly changed by listening to this man speak, and I created a much better narrative that wasn't Juelz Santana's a dumb nigga that's trying to tell people not to have a college education or go to school or create better options and not just be in the streets, make money doing drug dealing, selling stereotypical shit, make it through music, basketball, not be a doctor, engineer, or teacher. He's saying to create businesses, and y'all niggas saying that he's stupid. That's the shit I be talking to y'all about all the time. If a black man telling you to create your own, build your own, have your own, he's not stupid. He's telling you to create your own space because especially if you're a high ego man, you're a high profile man, not just being 1%, but you're a man that doesn't want to have limitations. Living in your world where you have to just depend on, live, and be dependent on another man or woman ain't gonna work for you. You're gonna want your own LLC. You're gonna want to have your own business. Financial literacy is more than what he's saying. Financial literacy is index funds, income funds, stocks, bonds, cryptocurrencies of every kind, altcoins, not just advocating Bitcoin and doing dumb shit like short sales with GameStop. And ain't just having an LLC or being a streamer like on YouTube or Twitch. It's bigger than that. Diversify your income. Diversify your stocks. Diversify your cryptocurrencies. Diversify your everything. Create multiple safety nets. Multiple forms of emergency funds. Multiple businesses. Be intelligent, innovative. Create something new that nobody made. Take something somebody had old and turn it into something brand new that works for you. There's so many ways you could say that. He not saying it, but it's implied. And that's why I'm like, I gotta admit into this shit. Y'all niggas lied to me. What the fuck? I'm gonna go back into it, but fun little inspo. I will say, fun little inspo motivation randomly for that one. I didn't think I was gonna turn that to an inspirational thing, but shit, that's disturbing. People really gotta stop lying about people's character because they don't want to understand you and they want to hear the first thing you say and turn that into what you said and not listen to the entire thing.
I'm saying, like, nowadays you can listen to a book. I just listen to 48 Laws of Power, not to listen. You don't have to listen to that too. They got apps you can put it in and it'll read it to you. Are you crazy? Huh? It probably will. AI will now. That's what I'm saying. That's how free
You don't have to read. Shit that's being told to you.
So I'm not saying that in a bad way, like you don't need to know how to read.
Floyd Mayweather don't read that shit.
Alright. The nigga next to him gotta stop talking. I know the point they trying to drive, but the nigga next to him gotta stop talking. The minute he said Floyd, I'm like, oh Lord. He funny as hell. Nigga, don't do that. Don't do that.
You saying that, you just gotta know what you like.
Oh, he lit. Nah, yeah, he lit. Nah.
You ain't gotta read the restaurant. You can just say, what is this, a steak joint?
They being funny now. But I get what they're trying to say. The fact that there's no way you can watch this shit. And that's the crazy part. I'm looking at the comments like, oh, There you go. Oh, that's stupid. There is always a positive in something. And it would kill me, though, is the Floyd Mayweather statement, though. I'm going to tell y'all something funny. All these opinions, all these statements. I'm going to tell y'all something about me, right? I don't give a fuck about none of them shits, right? Now, where they're missing the point is, even though these niggas sound ignorant as fuck, I'm playing devil's advocate on this last part, because that one's hard to defend. They're not wrong when they say artificial intelligence is so nuanced. And people are actually using artificial intelligence for everything. Reading a menu, or doing your homework, or writing a story. 1,000 other things. AI now is makes your life 20 times easier. There will be people, not like these niggas. This nigga, fortunately, has amassed a certain level of wealth where he can say this shit and it applies to him. He can say this shit and it applies to his kids. When he comes home, no matter what Joe Santana tells you, he ain't never told one of his fucking kids not to read. He's a liar. This nigga know he bullshitting right now. This nigga know he bullshitting too. They not telling their kids this shit at all. They know they not doing it. He laughing because he know he fucking playing. Part of it he being serious, but come on, he ain't telling his motherfucking kids that shit. But AI really is. That's the most I'm gonna say devil's advocate wise. Beyond that, they were fool for that. That man shit. I don't go fuck about. What I'm trying to also say is, go fuck about none of these niggas' opinions. None of these niggas at all. I think about the bigger picture. And the bigger picture is, why clown this nigga when he's saying some real shit? But you do need to learn how to read, though. Learn how to read is important. Financial literacy is equally as important, if not more. That's what he should have said. That you should know both. But if you have it in the tuck, financial literacy is more important, which I agree with. The other shit is the smoke and mirrors. And I ain't going to watch the whole hour plus of that bullshit. I just thought it was funny. All right. Anyways, back to me being a goof. That was something else. That was something the fuck else. Oh, my boy dropped another video. You know what? We gonna watch a little bit of it on here, and he gonna be mad if he ever sees this shit, because I ain't watching the whole fucking thing because of my attention span. Because it's 30 fucking minutes. But we gonna watch part of it.